Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Gayatri from BizWorld Ventures, part of the Catseye Group family. Welcome to yet another episode of BizWorld Unplugged, your exclusive preview to the BizWorld Ventures Conference. So, today we'll be diving into a very interesting topic women in leadership with the inspiring Dr. Neha Sharma, principal at GD Goenka. Dr. Neha Sharma is a celebrated leader in education and personal development, recognized as a LinkedIn top voice in educational leadership. As a former deputy secretary of CBSE and ADG at the National Skill Development Agency, Dr. Sharma brings unparalleled experience in policy making and strategic planning. She's an accomplished speaker, author. She's a transformating force in education dedicated to nurturing future ready students. So, welcome, Dr. Neha. Thank you for joining us. And before we
Thank
begin,
you.
would you like to add some opening thoughts? Yeah.
Right. Well, I really liked the topic, which is about leadership and women in leadership. Indeed, it is always said that we women, whatever we do it just perfectly well. And if we talk about leadership, that extra edge that we women have, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the other. I'll just talk about being as a woman. You know, we are empathetic. We don't logically think everything. Our right and the left brain, they work together. So I think what better than having a woman in leadership position for one simple you are in safe hands. So I think, yes, it is an interesting topic, and I'm looking forward to share more insights and have a great discussion ahead in the session.
Perfect. So, to get started, Ms. Neha, what's the biggest challenge you have faced as a woman in leadership, and how did you overcome that?
Um, the challenge is that first thing first, I can say that people think that, oh, she is going to be very soft when it comes to, she'll be emotional, she may not take rational decisions, and the general biases and stereotypes that are associated with gender. But when people start dealing with you, when they start connecting with you, when they see that, oh, it is not always that we take decisions emotionally, it is not always that we kind of do things without applying logic or being rational, then they start taking you seriously. And I think once that starts happening, things are sorted and they go well and the way they should.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well said. I think many women audience will relate to this. So, yeah. Moving on to my next question. How do you maintain work-life balance while leading? You're a principal yourself, so I'm sure it's going to be very, very tough for you to make some hard decisions at times. How do you maintain that?
So first thing first, I use a lot of digital tools to kind of help me in this process. One is, my favorite is Focus. So in our mobile we have this Focus thing. I mean, it is one of the apps, you can say, or one of the facilities that are there. So when we are talking about focus, what usually happens is that there are times when you don't want anybody to disturb you until unless there's an emergency. So if you're putting your work focus on focus on your work, you don't have to kind of keep balancing everything every time. And when you are at home, let everybody, so communication is the key here. If you communicate clearly to people around you that, fine, these are the 2 hours which I'm going to spend with my family, this is where my family quality time comes, people do appreciate and they respect it until and unless there's an emergency. Also, when you are at work, don't bring whatever is happening at home to your work. And this is what I very strongly believe, that leave your things at home. I mean, you have to create a system wherein things that are there stay there, and things that are, at work, they stay at work. So usually what happens is that we are not able to differentiate as to where we have to draw a line. Sorry. So once we learn that where we have to draw the line, things start settling down. Also, maintaining a calendar, maintaining a to-do list, and making sure that you are able to kind of differentiate the tasks that you have to do in terms of priority, in terms of whether they are critical, the ones that can be delegated. So if you are able to work on this coordinate kind of a thing, then things are still more organized for you. So organization, planning, and kind of differentiating and drawing a line is the key for me. And also, you don't learn it by reading books. You learn it through experiences. You learn to kind of, you do things when they come to you. So the best thing is that you learn while you are kind of moving in the direction of your goals. And in that process, whatever comes your way, whatever is you're learning, it should become part of your entire process, and you should move ahead keeping that in mind.
Completely agree with your perspective, Dr. Neha. I think that's a great approach, and it's amazing to see how you prioritize both your personal and professional life altogether. Okay, my next question to you is, how do you approach decision making while working under pressure?
So, you know what? I mean, power is the formula that works best for me, right? And it's an acronym which stands for P. It can be any issue, it can be any problem, anything that comes your way. After that, for every issue or every problem, there are options. You can choose between the things that are possibly, going to give you a solution. So when you have those options in mind, all you have to do is weigh their pros and weigh their cons, decide as to what works well in a given situation. And then after that, you have to kind of, POWE, evaluate it. So, fine, if I do this, this is going to work in my favor, or this is not going to be sustained. This cannot be sustained. This will not be kind of, going to give me a good long term result. So, you are able to evaluate. And once you have decided, fine, this is the best solution that possibly can resolve this particular concern or an issue, all you have to do is reflect back once. Once you reflect, you are able to again go through this process, and then finally whatever you decide can be termed as an informed. It might be sounding very theoretical, but once you keep doing this process, it becomes part of your routine, and you don't have to think that, oh, now I'm looking for the options, now I'm weighing them. It just happens organically. So this is one thing that I definitely keep in mind. Also, I keep my biases and prejudices away while I'm making a decision. Say, for example, as a leader, there are lots of situations where you're dealing with a person who is not your absolute favorite, but nevertheless, you have to look at the situation pragmatically. You have to see that what exactly is the kind of whole scenario like. And based on your reasoning, you have to decide as to what is the best solution to a particular situation. So I very strongly believe that as leaders, there's no room for biases and prejudices. Also, I 100% believe that do not delay the decision. Usually what happens is that if we kind of, there's something that we need to do today, and the decision is to be taken today, and if for whatever reason we delay it for later, somehow the value decreases. So, and as it is said many a times, that justice delayed is justice denied. So when you are taking a decision, you have to keep in mind that it is timely, it is
Yeah.
without any biases, and it is something that And also one very important thing, that if you have to reflect and you find that, oh, there was a gap in it, that you need to correct something, please do not hesitate. We as leaders, we are little, we don't want to be told that, oh, you were wrong or you have not done this thing right. It's perfectly okay to correct if you have made a mistake. And if it is a decision that you have taken incorrectly, there's no problem, there's no harm if you kind of, step back, rethink, reevaluate, and take a better decision, which is for everyone's good.
I think that's really helpful. Thank you for sharing your valuable, insights on this. So finally, moving on to my last question of today's discussion. What's one message you want every woman listening to take away?
One simple message: be you. You are the best,
Absolutely.
right? And no one else can be what you are. Stay confident, be sure about yourself, and always remember in your head that you are wearing a crown. Move like an empress.
Lovely, lovely. That's really wonderful. Thank you for your words of wisdom. So with this, we bring our session to close. Thank you, Dr. Neha, for taking your valuable time out and joining us for this brief session. I'm sure we can collaborate once more in future with a detailed, maybe a panel discussion or something of that sort on this topic. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you
Yes.
for inviting me over. It was a pleasure indeed.
Thank you, thank you. Would you like to add anything for the young women professionals who are starting out in this field of education?
So for them, I will just say you should have a goal in front of you, that where you see yourself, say 10 years down the line. Focus on your goal, but enjoy the process. And never say no to things that you possibly can do with a little bit of hard work, because this generation, I can see that they start with a no. But yes, I think there's a lot of learning that you kind of accumulate when you agree to the things that are offered to you as a challenge, and that sense of accomplishment is great. So, best wishes to all the young girls, all the young ladies who are aspiring to step in the field of education. It's a lovely place to be.
Undoubtedly. Thank you so much. Thank you once again for your time. And to our viewers who are listening to this interview, if you are interested to sign up for the conference, please visit our website. The link is given in the description. And we are also hosting networking dinner on 27 December. So yeah, look forward to see you all there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Namaskar.
you.